Welcome, Leo Virgo, to your Astrodice reading for September. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you in your Astrodice. Okay. Best message coming through. And those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month. And we are getting ready for that retrograde, that Mercury retrograde, starting on the 9th. Let's see what's going on with you. We have Aries energy coming through with, wow, with Mars energy coming through into the second house, talking about that money. So what is it? It is Mars energy. Your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit coming on through. Using some of that Aries energy. Nice. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely to occur. Well, really going to take on that impulsive action. See that? And that's what's really going to give that extra drive and strength to the Mars that's really coming through into your second house of money. This is your assets, finance, and things that you value, your work, your money, that career, and really driving towards that, really wanting that forward motion. And it does feel like there is some kind of issue that you're working on that has a lot to do with this money area. So let's see what's going on over here. Really driving towards it this month, going straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Uh-oh. I should put some cards there. Okay, here we go. First card out is feeling hopeless and helpless about the situation. And I think that's where the extra drive is actually going to start really pumping you up. The more that you're kind of feeling helpless and hopeless about the situation, my friends, the more it's actually driving you to become stronger. And it's kind of a strange thing, but it does happen. And this is where the communication is really going to start to really flow through, where it's like, I'm kind of in a helpless, hopeless situation, but I'm not going to give up. If anything, I'm going to try to communicate or listen or use creativity with the throat chakra to what is going on around me so I can fix the situation. This is where your intuition is really going to start really sparking also within the beginning of the month, saying this is where I need to be. And this is where its creative forces are really going to really start really shining for you. So I'm really liking that. You'll find that things are actually going to really start opening up in some ways. You have the Master, so it feels like something in the mid-month is really trying to tie you down, though, to the situation, to where it's still kind of putting the attention span on something else, but it's saying, I'm not going to move away from this situation. I'm not going to move on. I'm going to battle and fight through. So there comes that fighting spirit and that crusading spirit. Love a balance. Even though you're not in love with the situation or the job, and it could be a little bit of a challenge, you're saying, I'm going to push through this for the joy and stability at the end of the month. Still not finding the daydreams and the decisions 100% exactly where you want them to be, but making a belief and succeed. So there still is this drive within you that's saying, but if I keep continuing to keep pulling and pushing over here, I can actually make this happen. So definitely wanting to make this happen for you. So you're really pioneering over here and really pushing. You're really on a journey and on a challenge mode this month, really looking for the right answers, asking the right questions, things like this I really see within the throat chakra. Let's see what's going on in the beginning of the month. Yeah, not feeling the victory for the passion of what you're really wanting. Feeling like whatever it was, the drive that you're pushing through for whatever you're going through, you could be dealing with an Aries. You might feel they don't have the drive that you have. This could also be one of the places where you're feeling a little hopeless and helpless about the situation. Guys, if you're pushing all the energy through the second house to get your work done and to do things, and you have somebody fiddle farting around, and they don't seem to have the drive and the passion that you have, there's going to be an issue. And you know that this issue is, is going to end up a challenge. So it's almost like you're asking the questions. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? As I'm over here trying to push and pull and do all these things, you're kind of monkey farting around. And I'm sorry, that's really what it is. And it feels a little deconstructive. To where you're trying to reconstruct something to go on, they're in destructive mode. So the productivity that you're looking for in the beginning of the month could be actually weighed upon somebody else's shoulders. Somebody who's opposing their work, being lazy, something of this nature. Yeah. But not allowing it to force you back into the corner. Just saying you are fighting and exploring new ideas as you're opening up your intuition over here to really battle to get to what you really want. Been dealing with this one for a little bit of a while. It might even feel like this is something that's going backwards, like you may have already dealt with this once before with this person, and now here they go again. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there it is again, hopeless and helpless, trying to keep you inside of a box is what it feels like in the middle of the month. It almost feels like as soon as you're exploring all these new wonderful ideas and things that could keep you moving through to get your finances and the things you value, it could be a manager that's really doing this. Now all of a sudden it feels like they're kind of going backwards and kind of being over bossy, trying to, I don't know guys, it just feels like it's deconstructive. I'm sorry, I have to use the word because it feels like they're what hurts the business. There's whatever they're doing is holding everything back. So, and they are not using their intuition. They have no clarity or understanding to the situation of why this money is not here. If you are dealing, I don't know, I just heard that too. You might even be dealing with a loved one who's spending too much money and they're going back to old behaviors. See that too if we're talking about love. If it's not work, it could be love of someone who is spending too much money and going back to old bad shopping spree behaviors, or not saving money, spending too much money, something of this nature, which is holding you back from being able to save money. However it is, it does feel like there is this generosity piece within you in the middle of the month, but your generosity can only go so high as things are coming towards you. Yeah, because there it is. You can't keep stable in this area this month if this is the way that people are going to connect to you, whether it's a love situation or a work situation. There's not enough money to be able to continue to keep this stabilization the way you want it to keep stable. And they're not connecting to you at all. If anything, there's miscommunication, and they have literally no clarity or they're just going to literally not even admit that they're doing any wrongdoing. That's really what that is. Look at that. The devil with the Ace of Swords. I don't even clearly see what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't even call it a mix-up. I call it being in denial. So there's definitely a piece of denial over here. So where the love abounds comes the devil again, because they have no perception of what the heck that they're doing, whether it's to this business or to you and your family. Maybe you can't even pay the rent because they spent too much money or did not save. So with the Seven of Coins, it's telling me that you're now taking what you have, planning what you need, and really saving, investing, hiding money. Maybe hiding money under the mattress. Yeah, because there is not enough. So however it is with the Seven of Coins, you're patiently planning on how to keep hold of this money, one way or another. So you have no more disappointments coming. And, it could even be laziness on their part. Maybe they don't want to get a job. And maybe you have to overspend to take care of them. Take it how it resonates, friends, right? But I'm telling you, with the joy and the stability, because whatever you did with the Seven of Coins, whether you hid it under your mattress, saved it, invested it, whatever you did, towards the mid-month, you definitely are seeing a turnaround. It's going to be kind of an exciting turnaround as well. It's probably not something huge, and it's not huge, but it's definitely something that keeps you moving towards the victory that you need. So if you're saying, you know what, I couldn't even afford the car payment because if I didn't hide this money, I wouldn't be able to afford the car. right now I can afford the car. That right there is just a huge, you know what I mean, demand of happiness and joy and feeling stable and traveling in the right direction, and really using the resources within yourself. So you could be thinking, well, even if it's tips at work, maybe you're saving all the little tips that you can because the boss just does not get this is what's going on, right? So almost like every little penny counts, I guess, is really what that could really come down to within this situation. And this keeps you out of a lot of stress because you're definitely going to find whatever was making you sad and worried is now dissipating because you actually found something to do that actually brought this back to where it's supposed to be. Like I said, it won't be some huge change, but it's enough to keep you feeling like, oh shit, you know what? Finally, here, I can do something. So it's definitely changing things around, and it might even be something that you continue to keep doing. You know what? I'm just going to keep saving this and hiding this or doing this, and because it's work. Boy, is it working! Because yeah, it's the belief in the success that I found something that I can do, and it's making a breakthrough, and it brings out the blossoming of the situation to be able to carry on and carry through what you really need. Wow, absolutely. The opportunities to be able to keep saving and doing the things you need for the second house are definitely going to be there. If you had a new job coming through and the boss is like, whatever, this could be that area as well, where you're going to travel to this new job and say, you know what, that's it. Making more money. However it is, you're still saving some kind of money somehow. I'm telling you right now, because the Seven of Coins is saying, I'm patiently planning on what I'm doing with these assets, with this money. So you're definitely getting very smart and creative on whatever you're doing to that situation. And this is going to be a light approach. It's not going to be something super heavy, it's just the light approach to say, this could actually change this outcome and put me into a different, just a whole different way of being at this time. So, and you're going to find it works, right? And you're going to find yourself revisiting this as well with the Queen of Swords. It says, you know what, I like this. I've learned that this is actually working. So this is definitely something I'm going to hold on to. So I do believe this month you're going to find something very creative that you're going to do that's going to keep you wanting to be successful in that area. Okay? And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.